The next question, the member for Scarborough-Guildwood.
Thank you, Speaker. My question is to the Premier. Thousands of Ontarians who require care live in homes that are supportive and congregate care settings, such as the Society for St. Vincent de Paul in my riding of Scarborough-Guildwood. Residents in group homes are some of the most vulnerable people. However, group homes simply aren't receiving the same supports like those who live and work in hospitals and long-term care. There's no publicly available data about the status of COVID-19 in these settings, and they lack the same transparency and oversight necessary to keep residents and staff safe. To protect residents and staff in group homes and prevent a repeat of the outbreak and deaths that we saw at Participation House in Markham last spring, and I know, Premier, you were aware of that situation, will you commit to daily data updates and reporting on COVID-19 cases in congregate settings, similar to long-term care, schools, and childcare centres?
Thank you. Government House Leader will reply.
Thank you very much, Speaker, and I thank the honourable member for the question. Look, first and foremost, let me just say, as the member noted, Participation House, of course, is in my riding, and they do phenomenal work and have continued to do phenomenal work through the pandemic and today, Mr. Speaker. I just wanted to quickly address one thing. During the pandemic, there was a number of a lot of misinformation that was going on about the workers at the Participation House, and I thank the member for giving me the opportunity to say this. Those workers worked tirelessly to care for the people in Participation House, and that has never stopped, despite the misinformation that was out there, Mr. Speaker. With respect to congregate care settings, I know that the Minister of Youth, Children and Community Services has been working very hard, working with stakeholders to make sure that our homes are protected, to make sure that they have the necessary PPE, to make sure that in the Participation House's instance, they are continuing to work with Markham Stouffville Hospital to make sure that the residents receive the best care possible. Thank you.
Supplementary question.
Thank you, Speaker. Back to the Premier. I choose to believe the workers and the staff who are repeatedly reaching out to my office for support. So there is something that is missing, and providing transparency in the data is a first step. Speaker, this government has treated our most vulnerable residents appallingly throughout this pandemic, including those with disabilities who rely on ODSP. For so many on ODSP, the income support is not enough to pay rent and to put food on the table. And we know this because we know that food bank usage is soaring in Ontario, including in my riding of Scarborough-Guildwood. The federal government has recognized this. They have provided a one-time $600 payment to those receiving disability tax credits to offset those costs. What is the Government of Ontario doing other than a haphazard approach where you actually have to get permission from your caseworker for benefits that have now come to an end? So my question is, the pandemic is not over. The second wave is just beginning.
Thank you. The Associate Minister for Children and Women's Issues.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you to the member for the question. Over the last several months, the COVID-19 pandemic has had an unprecedented impact on all of our communities, and I'm pleased to share that more than 250,000 recipients and families received the emergency benefit that we introduced back in March as a temporary measure to help individuals who may have faced additional costs during the lockdown. ODSP and OW recipients will continue to have access to the government's discretionary benefits program to assist with one-time exceptional needs. Our government is working to build a more responsive, efficient and person-centred social assistance system that will get people back to work and help the economy recover from COVID-19. Just recently, Minister Smith announced the first phase of the Social Assistance Recovery and Renewal Plan, which is focusing on improved access to employment and training services, as well as developing new digital tools. Thank you.
Next question, the member for Carleton.